through the dial, had watched the news in a while. Turn on CNN, ain't see none of my friends. Swag gave me the blues, they never walked in my shoes. They want us living in fear, it ain't what I'm trying to hear. Switched it over to Fox, kept clicking, I barely stopped. New guest on NBC, no one that represent me, so I got tired of waiting. Sit master debate, give me some headlines, it must be past bedtime. Sleeping on me still like I ain't vitamin D for real. Rep your city, play devil's advocate. Wayne Brady gon' have to slack a bit. Tell me something good, a recipe for success. Give me some timeline, shot session and flight deck. Hey, P, what's next?
COD, it's like KOB inside MSG. So like we top seed, old school's top speed. Pimp slap left hand, is that hoe gon' bang? Is your bitch gon' gang? Is your nuts on swang? That's pinning who they attached to. Pistachios and bag moves. Took my head up out my moon to beat the sun and hoop in glass shoes. Cash, back up on that ass. Season dose, I'm off that gas too.
Buenos noches. Me llamo Papi Grande, Chico Música de Keter, COD Médico, El Noche Negra, Pesadilla Producción, El Agua, El Negro Mejor. Me gustaría darte la bienvenida de Dami Líneas Cabeza. Estaremos aprendiendo y practicando español en vivo. Abrazas aprendizaje y música y crecimiento. Y ahora, para mi familia, mi compadre, mi hermano, Frederick Leberen Cruz, ya va a la gente.
Ay.
Ay.
Gracias, mi hermano. Eres un caballero.
De nada.
Eres un caballero y un erudito. Es tu chico. Me llamo P. Henry Trada. En cuarto, trote de jarrones. Quinn con el bolígrafo y con la lente. Cuando mi madre se quedó embarazada de mí, mi padre abandonó la escuela. Tengo que comprarle un bote para pescar y el bote tendrá alas. Mi madre tiene tres trabajos. Ella es una mujer negra fuerte. Ella nunca dejó de sacrificarse. Compare sus acres de tierra, haré de sus hermanas, sus vecinas, una mansión para mi abuela. Me resultará reconfortante. Dame tu moneda. He visto cosas en mis sueños que quiero. Debo hacer esas cosas. Debo ser el hombre que necesitan. No basta con verlo. Mi árbol genealógico también viene pera. Tenemos chicas negras que proteger. Si sentimos respeto, le cortaremos el cuello en el nombre de Dios. Dios le bendiga. Volver a tu ciudad, el médico.
Bienvenida de episodio 39. Ya. Exactly 5 minutes. Nigga, let me screenshot that. That's a decent segment. What you think?
Hell yeah. Did you pick up on any of my shit?
Not a lick of it. Yeah, you talking about. Hey, yeah, man. And we back from Domilenius Cavese. Talking about we gonna be turning up with a little bit of Spanish this season, and we wanted to kick off season 2. Let y'all know what the fuck it was gonna be all tipping, man. Talk your shit, P. All I did was let y'all know this your boy COD the Cato Boy Music, aka CODMD the Doctor, and a few other things, and let y'all know, man, we gonna be learning Spanish on wax, man. We gonna be doing that thing live in vivo. You hear me? You know what I'm talking about? What you tell the people, P, man? You got a quick translation form before we jump into the play, dick?
Oh yeah, it's easy for y'all, man. What I did for you is I introduced myself. I gave you a few of the nicknames. I told my dog I had a curveball for him. So I introduced you to me, P. I gave you some of my bars from Money Counter. My daddy made moves, dropped out of school when my mama learned it. When he learned that my mama got pregnant with me. Got a couple of my boat for us fishing. Believe me, my nigga, that boat gonna have it some wings. Mama, she holding down 3 jobs. Black woman strength. She never stopped sacrificing. Got a couple some acres, a sister, her neighbors, and mansions for grannies and comforting things. Give me your currency. I done seen me some things I dreamed up in my dreams that I wanted must do. But yeah, I just went down that rabbit hole. That's the introduction to me, man, and let you know what I'm here for, what I'm about, who I'm with, and then I tossed it back to my dog. Yeah, I told you at the end, God bless, Dios los bendiga, and then volver a tu ciudad de México. So back to you, city, the doctor.
Hey, yeah, we got to figure out how to say it's better to give than it is to receive in Espanol. Como se dice, you deal what I'm talking about? And drop that at the end to each of them segmento. They going to start out at 5 minutos, you feel what I'm saying? And crecimiento, that's a growth. There will be laughter, learning, and growth was one of the last things I said to you. In Espanol, you did what I'm saying, crecimiento. There will be much growth, physical, mental, and spiritual in season 2, but definitely in our Spanish knowledge, and hopefully y'all will hear it in how we communicate with each other and as we transition from prepared pieces to conversations, you know what I'm saying? But we excited about the journey, and we gonna take it seriously, man. And feel free to criticize and shit on the nigga in the comments. I ain't gonna do nothing but laugh with you. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, them translations I was hitting motherfuckers with was ass, and like not the translation, but the actual pronunciation of some of the words. Like the word reconfortante, like, oh man, looking at different words, you realize how.
But imagine the bravery might inspire people from all over the world learning English and showing their progression. You know what I'm saying? Imagine what that'll do for people who are just starting out. You feel what I'm saying? Because of how Americans and kind of English people around the world carry themselves, there is a certain level of, I'm going to just call it arrogance attached to knowing English, to where if you don't know English, English speakers treat you as though you are not intelligent. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One of the things I hate most in this world is watching somebody say something loud and slow to someone whose second language is English. I'm like, motherfucker, do you think the volume was the reason they didn't understand you? Imagine if they said something to you in Spanish, you didn't understand it, and they repeated that shit loud and slow as fuck.
Right.
What good would that do you? You see what I'm saying?
Not at all. Like, thank you. The volume was the issue. Not that I didn't understand the fucking word you said. It was that you said it too low.
And we gonna ignore that I grew up in Georgia around country motherfuckers who is hard for other English speakers to understand. So imagine the people I overheard talking loudly to Spanish speakers.
Right.
God ain't make no junk type of people. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you ain't enunciating shit anyway, boo. Like, don't talk at my homie like that. Me and Mono, fuck you talking about. But yeah, man, you all go get me into a big tabby segment. And as you can see, this flight that we starting out with something a little bit different, a little bit of Taj Point, a little bit of Taj Point, bro. We going straight into this Give me some timeline / flight deck, but we're gonna actually show you the videos that captivated us and the wild shit that we be sitting back and forth, man. Can I drop one of these videos on your neck, man?
Drop it in there, man.
Man, I'ma just pop it off. I ain't even gonna intro it. I'ma just let the people hear that sauce. You feel what I'm saying? Did I share my audio? Can you hear that? I did not share my audio.
I can't hear it. I think I heard it coming through your headphones. There we go. I can hear something.
You can hear it now?
Yep.
Huh?
Yep.
Yo, bro, the instant replay is my favorite part, bro. The shit that killed me in this is the donkey knew what the business was. You got Bruno over here. That's what I named the puppy. We got Bruno over here sniffing. We got Max. Max, the old head. He checking shit out, but he got the good common sense to stay back.
Yeah.
Homie over here baiting Bruno. He close as hell to the wire. And then you got the donkey who see the play. And he walk over like, ain't no way in hell I'm finna miss this shit. He come over like, let me check this out. My man shirt the collar in there.
Bro, he should, yeah. Bro, he should like he snapped the collar hit him so hard. And that they call donkeys asses. Donkeys are a lot smart. They stubborn for a reason. They not doing nothing they don't want to do. Like they are they are some of the smartest animals out here. They not doing nothing they don't want to do. And then for him to have the humor and look at your little stupid ass. You trying to get over here and to cause hell for us. Now look at you. But yeah, that's good stuff. That's good.
You got the jig session going, my guy.
I put up at the club VIP, gas tank on, evil all drinks on me. White man, fresh kick, fresh white tall deep, fresh NFL head, fresh bowls with the crew. White man, pussy niggas wanna hit me. I put up at the club VIP, gas tank on, evil all drinks on me. White man, fresh kick, fresh white tall deep, fresh NFL head, fresh bowls with the crew. White man, pussy niggas wanna hit me. I put up at the club.
You see my man get down and scrape it. That song gonna live forever, boy.
Forever.
Like, them nigga might be 16, 17, G. That shit came out when we was in high school, cuz.
Yeah. And they gonna swear it came out during their time.
I swear to God. It said this gotta be Baltimore niggas. That nigga Boosie from Louisiana, you heard?
G. Louisiana. But they love him up in the Northeast, though.
But that's what I'm saying, though. It's so a part of who they are, just like Louisiana niggas and bounce music, but Trigger Man made by some New York niggas. You know what I'm saying?
That's hilarious. Why has a cat the Mike Myers?
And they just don't even give a fuck. That's the funniest part. They see my man and they keep fucking mixing. They ain't even fucking like.
At the club VIP, gas tank on, evil all drinks on me. White man, fresh kick, fresh white tall deep, fresh NFL, fresh NFL.
Yeah, when he tossed that hat to the ground.
That nigga took That's a good time, man. We gonna keep it right on rolling, man. Good times in the kingdom, man. I just enjoy art. That's all this is. I thought that was cool, man. I thought the people deserve to see that. No explanation needed. You feel what I said?
Yeah.
Now this right here, this an old head sitting around, man. And if you ain't got a good old head, man, you missed out on a lot of laughter in your life, man. I know Fred ain't missed one yuck, man, because I went down there for a few barbecues, and this motherfucker uncle some of the craziest human beings you'll ever get to spend time with. And I love every single one of them, bro. Peep game, P.
Hey, man, y'all talk about preachers? Yeah. I heard this thing about the preacher say the dude, this guy went to church with his mama. And he hadn't been to church in a long time. And said after the church service was over, he said he went back to the back and he told Reb, he said, Reb, I just want to shake your hand and tell you that you preached a damn good message. And Reb said, hold on, man.
It wasn't Jerry. It wasn't Jerry.
And then preacher said, hey, man, I can't have you cussing in the church like that. Then he said, nah, Reb, I just want to let you know, man, you preached a damn good message. And Reb said, no, I won't let you know. You can't be cussing like that in church. He said, Reb, listen, the damn message was so good. He said, I put $1,500 in the offering plate, and Reb hollered, you bullshit.
You won't find better comedic timing on stage in Madison Square Garden when Kevin Hart pulling through. You understand me? And they got that sitting around the picnic table whenever they have a family function, man. I don't think people understand just
next level,
bro, the beauty of that shit, man. Like, it's just beautiful, bro, and I love to see it, man. So I wanted to definitely share that with the people, man. I think I showed you that when you seen this in the messages. I'm gonna just run that bit.
Well, I guess you don't give a fuck about the money then, huh? What money? It's a funeral. Don't nobody get paid to sing in no damn funeral. How much? 40 grand. A piece? Oh, down the middle. No. That ain't even enough. The fuck you mean that's not enough, man? I got a lifestyle to maintain here. What kind of lifestyle, man, you filthy motherfucker? You got a pantry full of dog food, but I don't see no dog. Dog under the bed. You lucky he didn't attack your ass when you came in. You the dog, motherfucker.
the way he pointed at Cuz with that Michael Jackson.
Bro, he had the Michael Jackson poster. The nigga dressed like Run DMC, and I swear he missed one bit of the enunciation. He did his thing on that bit, man.
Yeah.
Hey, you paying homage to Bernie, bro. You paying homage to one of the GOATs, bro. I gotta share that. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna run this one, then I'm gonna go backwards, man. I ain't even gonna explain these. Y'all ever forget who the fuck we is? Just a simple reminder. It don't matter what it is. Okay, if it covered anything else. We America, nigga. Fuck yeah, you hear me?
Guns blazing.
So you can't act like that. Okay, let's count. 1, 2, breathe. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Are you okay?
Okay.
Do you have self-control?
No.
Get up, son.
Let's see. A lot of y'all can learn from this video in 2 ways. 1, calm your ass down and use the methods that Miss Sharon Drake is teaching her little man. You feel me? And 2, a lot of y'all lack what he actually has, self-awareness. She asked my man, she said, why he keep it too real with mama, bro? He looked at dead in her eyes.
Self-control?
No.
Get up, son.
He said, no. Not at all, mom.
Yeah. Pass. Hard pass, mother.
Bro, when I tell you that shit made my day when I saw it, bro. And this last one is a little 3-minute clip. I'm gonna let like a minute and a half of it run. But it really messed me up when I saw it because I was like, oh shit. Is they fucking for real? And they was dead ass serious. So I'm gonna let this run. And it's from Panda and Crusader 2.0. Shouts out to them on TikTok and their podcast. We're gonna shout out a lot of other podcasters in the midst of doing Give Me Some Headlines. We big in the community and bigging up the community. So much love to them and much love to anybody else out there doing their thing and having conversations on wax. She left me hanging on the cow move, but it's all good. I'm gonna drop that video. That's a good time. He said, oh my God, right when you drop it.
Oh my God. You don't have a dialogue, an internal monologue in your head?
No. Wait, I'm confused. Why would you?
So you can't talk to yourself in your head. How did I not know this? I've been with you for 5 years.
But you talk to yourself.
Yeah, I talk to myself in my head. So you don't have an internal monologue.
Found out that not everyone has an internal monologue. So what I mean by that is, like, they can't hear their thoughts.
Is that you?
I don't understand.
Is that you?
If they physically wanted to say something in their head, they'd have to say it out loud.
Yeah.
Like, they couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You watch anime, like half the characters are fucking talking about like the next 5 steps in their battle plan of how
because that's to let the audience know what's happening.
No, that's supposed to be what's going on in his head.
I don't know.
You can't even fathom that shit, cuz.
Right. All right, guys, this whole video is just about the fact that Gene does not have an internal monologue.
I'm so confused.
At this point, bro, I just got to stop and ask you, do you have a fucking internal monologue?
I do. It's running right now. I can't stop.
Okay. Okay, so I'll turn it up. I would drop into another section when they ask something that is the most logical next question to ask when you figure out a motherfucker don't have a inner monologue.
You can hear that person say hello.
Yeah.
That's creepier.
Replay songs in your head then?
I have to physically sing it.
It makes sense now why you're always making noises all the time.
Yeah, because I have to say it out loud. When you try to make me do that, my brain just comes a blank, which is weird.
So your head is just silence, just nothing.
Yeah, quiet.
Empty head, no thoughts.
It's coming up right here.
Requested question was, how do you read? Like, when I read, I could...
How do I read?
Yeah, how do you read?
It's just words.
It's just words? What do you mean? Because when I read books, I hear myself talking the words out.
That's creepier. When I read books, it's quiet. I'm reading the description right? Mm-hmm. No, I don't hear a single thing. Oh my God. You know what's funny? Is that...
Bruh. I just need you to discuss the implications of what you just saw. Because it blew my mind when I found out that people dead ass can't hear their inner monologue. Because I talked to you about the Venn diagram, bruh, and I have almost 12 different lines of thoughts running there. One that I can listen to individually, and trying to master them is how I heighten my creativity and kind of channel the purposefulness of the different kind of parts of the Venn diagram when they actually are fluidly flowing out from the center thought. They have utility. When I am not in control of them, they control me through very unhealthy means. But I toss it to you, man, and just talk your shit, bro, because that blew my mind.
It blows mine too, and like which is why books are difficult. Like I'm reading a book about how to read a book properly. And in that book, it was like, whenever you're reading, when you're reading silently, don't let the words talk in your head. Like, and I can't help it. Like, I'm looking at GSH season 2, episode 39. If I don't say anything out loud and I read that, I still hear it in my head and I can't turn that shit off. It's like, how do you do that? And I was like, do I have the mental capability to shut off my inner dialogue? And I don't think I do. And so it's like, well, this is useless for me. Like I'm always gonna have that because I'm all like I interrupt, like even like during meditation and shit, bro. Oh man, my mind want to do everything else. Like we want to think about literally everything else besides being quiet. So,
I enjoy games too much, bro. If I'm meditating with a sound that supposedly hits randomly, like a dong, half of my mind is trying to time it up, and like I'm gonna scratch my knee when the dong about to hit. I scratch my knee, it'll hit like 2 breaths later. I'd be like, fuck. All right, I got it next time. I can't just leave my mind off. You feel me?
Right.
I was like, all right, I'm gonna do about 32 breaths and then I'm gonna scratch my knee. I'm gonna catch that dong. No innuendo.
But yeah, I don't. Folks who don't have it, it makes sense now because you can, if you don't have it, you can tell me not to use mine, but it's kind of useless, honestly.
And I'll take you to the next level of thought that it take me to, my friend.
What's that?
How does this impact these motherfuckers having a conscience? Is this why we see some of the moral complexities we see reflected in the world? We're going to bring this back up and have a whole discussion on it next week. It will be next week's flight deck, but I'll have statistics and things to discuss this with you from a more in-depth perspective because I was going to do it this week, but I didn't want to get bogged down in it. But I tossed that to you, and we'll get more in-depth in it next week when we do a flight deck tabula rasa on inner monologues and how it affects morality.
Should I do this or should I not do this? And they don't hear nothing back. So they just march forward, whether it's good or bad. That's interesting. They should write books on that.
We are they. Fuck is you talk about? And I'll hit you with another question because I could tell you already ready. You're not ready to answer it, bruh. Another thing to think over going into next week. How much more than do they value others' advice because they do not have an inner monologue? How much more of what they tell themselves is literally them repeating what they get from external sources? How much then is the increased importance or value of their nurture? Without an inner monologue, how much more necessary does their environment become in making sure they mature into something healthy? You understand me? So we'll revisit that on season 2, episode 40 of them things on what it is, P?
Dame Cabeza Linneas. Is that right?
Flip that.
Dame Linneas Cabeza. There we go.
Yeah, the way I always remember it, and shouts out to Bone, he taught me this when we was in college. We was buscando las chicas blancas.
Looking for white girls.
Yeah. You understand me? So the adjective, the descriptor is always at the end. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So this is give me some headlines. So Dame Linneas Cabezas. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What type of lines? We need them headlines. You feel me? Can I do you a favor, P?
What you got for me?
He kicking the season off with that fuckery, y'all.
Give me some headlines.
All right, man, I got some headlines for you. Hits keep coming. Just like would give me some headlines. Hits keep coming as Bulls lose. You hear me? The hits keep coming as Bulls lose Javonte Green. I'd have guessed Jalen if I seen the initial for 2 to 4 weeks. Raiders rookie cornerback Nate Hobbs arrested for DUI in Las Vegas. Damn, they moved that team to Las Vegas and shit got wiki weird. You feel me?
And this close up from Oakland.
You know what I'm saying? So they had niggas cut in the Oakland. the close up really got the redness of my eyes popping because I usually have on glasses or be far back, but the camera right in my mug. I hope the fans appreciate it. But the whites is pearly, and you feel me. But the third headline, man, I couldn't let us sneak out of the sports segment GSH because I like to do. If y'all ain't figured it out through season 1, I like to do a sports one, and then I do a world news GSH. Sports Illustrated has a headline that reads, "Here's what Bruce Arians, blah, blah. Antonio Brown showed his ass on Sunday." That's my headline. But it was written by Sports Illustrated. But I'm going to give that story the way I would give it if you choose that one. So I toss it to you, brother. Dealer's choice.
Yeah, man.
You got the Raiders, Raidering. You got the Bulls, who hot as fire, trying to survive injuries and COVID protocol. And then you got Antonio Brown, literally half naked, showing his ass.
Yeah. We're gonna go with Tone. This seems pretty unprecedented. So I think we should definitely dive into this topic.
All right. Headline: Antonio Brown shows his whole ass. The article written by Sports Illustrated simply talks about what Bruce Arians told his team, which could be surmised as you're either with us or against us. He is no longer with us. That is the general message of what he communicated to his team. Sports Illustrated wrote a fairly interesting article around it. That link will be posted in the show notes. I'll make sure I get that over to our editor-in-chief, Quinn with the pen. But on that note, as I set it up, just to kind of articulate what happened to you if you weren't actually watching the game and the pace of it, things were still tight. Don't be fooled by the final score that the Buccaneers won the game and just assume they were winning and he wasn't getting targets, so he was being selfish. This is much crazier than that. Bruce Arians tried to sub them in the third. They were down and fighting to come back, and he refused to go in. He moved on, went on trying to drive and you know what I'm saying, articulate his drive and move him down the field. He tried to sub him in again. He refused to sub in. And at that point, Bruce Arians told him, all right, get the fuck out of here. And that's how he chose to get the fuck out of here. Now, those are all the facts I have. I will only speak with the facts or version and side of the story I have been presented. But on that note, I toss it to you for your thoughts.
Yeah. So from what I have gathered is everything that you said was true. I heard it reported by Ian Rappaport that he was told to leave. And he didn't sub in because he didn't feel like he would, like he still felt hurt. He didn't feel healthy enough to be in the game. And so he was like, I'm not going in feeling how I feel. I don't feel, and like the doctors was like, well, you're cleared to play. So go out there. And he's like, yeah, nah, I'm not going out there. And so that's when Bruce Arians was like, okay, then get the hell out of here if you're not going to help us. And I remember a few weeks back, Bruce Arians, when they asked him, you know, because Antonio Brown had the fake vaccination
COVID-19 vaccination card.
Yeah. And so he was like, once Antonio was cleared to come back, or like he served his suspension, he's like, yeah, he served his suspension. He's going to be welcome back to the team because the team needs him to be out here. Like they're a lot better team when he's out there. And so he made a personal decision. He made a business decision. Like, I don't feel comfortable being out here. I don't feel like I'm healthy. Your doctors are telling me, and we all know that doctors are going, like, it's about the money. And you are a multi-million-dollar asset, sometimes billion-dollar asset in certain players' cases. And we want you to be out here if we say you can be out here. And
the people who sign their checks are the Buccaneers. That is what is overwhelmingly clear about the team Doctors. Although they treat the players, they work for the Buccaneers. So they serve the best interests of the Buccaneers. And when they clear Antonio Brown to play, what they are saying is you are healthy enough by our standards to go to work. And anybody who's worked the job knows what that means. By our standards, you are clear to come work for us. And he is only contracted to them through the end of this season. So as the medical staff for that team, they are only contracted to get him through this season. He has to live in that body the rest of his life.
Right.
I just want to get that context so they understood clearly what you meant by the doctor situation. The Buccaneers pay those doctors.
Yeah.
Not Antonio.
And I don't, a lot of people have they feel that the way they feel about him, feel like he did things more professionally. Like I feel like the coach could have been like, all right, he could have handled that differently. Like get your ass off the sideline, or well, let's talk about this after the game. Like he could have handled that a whole lot more professionally than he did. And so they always put the onus on the people who are. Bruce Arians is the leadership. He didn't have to handle that the way he handled it because he was frustrated that Antonio Brown wouldn't go into the game. He handled that like a child. So Antonio Brown handled it how he wanted to handle it. And so I feel like a lot of people are gonna fault Antonio Brown. I'm not one of those people.
I am. I'm gonna interject right here, cuz, and then I'm gonna toss it back to you quickly. Me and that nigga the same age. We grown ass men. And Antonio Brown just got kicked off the Buccaneers for doing some shit I did when I was a senior in high school. Throwing a fit, taking my shoulder pads off, chucking them shits, and going the fuck home. Did it. Had to sit out a whole fucking quarter the next game. Them niggas forgot to put somebody on the special teams. They blocked the fucking first kick after a touchdown. That nigga had me doing up downs on game day, lights on the sideline because I didn't go in for the special teams. I said, you told me I had to sit a quarter. He's like, you know what the fuck I meant. Like, but this is shit I did as a 17-year-old. We are twice the age I was when I did that stupid shit. And I was not being compensated millions of dollars to do it. You understand me? I was already contracted for an academic scholarship and was playing football because I loved it. And I was sick of the fuckery, you feel me? And the reason I reference that situation is because the straw that broke the camel back for me was I was a leader and someone else fucked up. So the way the team got punished is I had to be punished for my lineman fucking up. And he tried to make me bear crawl the field when I had a shoulder injury. And I was like, I'm going to make this simple for you. If I do this stupid shit, it's the last thing I'm doing today. I bear crawl the field. He said, now give me another lap. I gave him another lap. He said, now give me another lap. I gave him another lap. He said, all right, you good. And when I got up, I took my shoulder pads off and I fucking left. You hear me, cuz? Felt like I had a point to prove. And it resulted in him telling me, you off the fucking team. You feel what I'm saying? Same situation. And now I'm sitting in the fucking in-school suspension with my mama trying to figure out how to get back on the football team because I really love football. And this is the only place where I have an opportunity to play because I'm in high school. Sound familiar?
Yeah.
He a grown-ass fucking man. It's obvious he could have handled that situation better. But because I referenced the job situation, who don't have an asshole boss who is the embodiment of the phrase, the most dangerous thing in the world isn't any weapon ever formed, it's power. You feel what I'm saying? In the wrong hands, power is the most dangerous thing in the world. You see it in people who wear blue uniforms all the time, people who were punked and bullied in high school running around bullying the fucking world. You feel what I'm saying? In some situations, not all. But Said all that to say, and I toss it to you. Tell me he couldn't have waited until after the game to show his ass on Bruce Arians. He couldn't have waited an hour and a half to not cost himself $40 million. A Hall of Fame induction. He is not fucking T.O. You hear me? He is not T.O. I say it again. He is not T.O. And his off the field fuck up resume way fucking wilder than T.O. Ain't no way he's sniffing the Hoff. You hear me? He can kiss the Hoff ass, let alone goodbye. He can kiss the cheeks. If T.O. couldn't do sit-ups in his fucking driveway, he could forget about it, cuz. Tell me you ain't got a criticism for that. What did he get for what he sacrificed? As the check came, what was the fucking meal? Toss it to you, and I got nothing else to say about that nigga, man. Because it made me mad that I was a fan of him. It made me mad that I rooted for this nigga. I've been accepting his fuck ups since he was speeding through Pittsburgh. Before I ever went to Pittsburgh, drove on them roads and thought to myself, how the fuck could you do 114 on this street? I drove that street. He got that speeding ticket on. None of this nigga decisions make sense. None of them. And I'm sick of fucking not having a problem with him. This the one that I say, fuck that shit. Because I got over acting like that at 17. He done had fuck ups like that 3 to 4 of them in the past 5 years and ain't figured the shit out. Even it ain't a criminal on the planet who don't understand. The more people who see you do it, the worse off you are. How the fuck he ain't figure that out as an entertainer for a living? I think he a fucking idiot. I toss it to you.
I just think he believes he's more important. Not that he believes he's more important than what he is, but I don't know. He lives lawlessly in a lot of ways. And
Miami in him.
And that shit is just like he's the embodiment of that character that was in Ballers, that was that Giselle's son played. Like that is Antonio Brown. Like went from his team in the cold weather, came down to a team in Florida, and continued to be who he was. You think he had some growth in him, but I don't even like, bro. I done been, and I am captain, and like doing everything I need to do for my teammates, and that's the only thing that kept me in line for real, because I'd have beat up a lot of coaches had it just been I'm out here for me. But
you'd be the head coach.
Coach Kane, I'll say his name out loud. I'd have murked that chump ass dude.
It bothered me a lot to have coaches I felt like were really racist. They just knew how to keep it in check.
And that's the thing about me, bro.
I feel like he was one of the most racist people I had been around.
Just staunch racist.
Never did anything overt, but it oozed from his pores.
Yeah. And the fact that I like him.
And like he genuinely pulled me aside and asked me, he was like, hey man, I've been watching you on film and damn, I would love to have you on the D line. What the fuck happened? Why did you switch from defense? And I looked him dead in his eyes and said, I ain't like the vibe no more. And looked him dead in his eyes until he walked away. You nigga. Met you and I was like, yeah, I ain't playing over here this year. Fuck that. Out. I was like, if I got to choose between him and what was the O-line code name?
Cardwell.
I was like, Chris, he was so close to Chris. Whenever I was fucking with my dog, Seymour, he would be around on some jet talking and not playing around, but like getting water and shit. And like, so I kind of got his vibe the whole first year. I was like, I'd much rather play for this nigga than this nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's the thing, man. It's like I spent my entire life, and after City League, my 7th grade year, I think was the last year I had a black head coach. Coach Sid Yelding was my 7th grade basketball coach. He was the only black coach that I had. And like having white men tell you, like, that's why one of the first episodes we did of this show where we talked about white stewards of black talent, man. Like, and now I look at what Deion's doing at Jackson State. Like, had I had the coach at Grambling, Eddie Robinson, that spent so much time there, like when you had, like, it's different when you around somebody who look like you and they telling you what to do. But when these dudes are telling you what to do, like Dabo, like he out there in Clemson, like 80% of that team, 90% of that team is black kids. And he like, they shouldn't be getting paid. If they get paid, I'm gonna leave. Like, and you go out here and you do what I say do is how they see things. And they don't expect you to buck back. And so I feel like Bruce Arians had the same, like they reacted to that the same.
That Al Pacino. When your mama's out there ringing the dinner bell. I ain't no goddamn dog. What cartoon show of niggas you been watching?
Right, like ain't nobody ringing no damn dinner bell, bro. Like,
they can actually relate to you. They not trying to do some like cartoon shit and like some movie shit when they talk to you.
And there's so many who cannot relate and they don't relate well. And you see, and you get tired of it, bro. Like this man, like Antonio Brown not hurting for money. Everybody talking about that $1 million, bro. Like, are you willing to compromise that $1 million for your self-respect, for your fucking dignity? Because this dude, like, I don't feel healthy. And your reaction to me saying, I don't feel healthy, I don't want to go out there, is cool. You can leave then. If you don't want to do the job I tell you to do, then you can leave. That's how much I value you. Just get the fuck out of here. Fuck Bruce Arians. And I like Bruce Arians a lot because of the opportunities he gave people that I know personally.
Yeah.
Because of the
he was to tell me something good. Yeah. I know you fuck with Bruce.
Like I
he
fuck
was tell me something good last year.
One of the first ones. One of the first ones. One of the first ones, Bruce Arians.
That nigga P said, with all due respect, fuck Bruce Arians.
And yeah, people change.
The funniest thing, bro, is I agree with you, but on that same note, it's football, my nigga, and you taking up a roster spot. If you're not gonna check in, bro, get the fuck out of here.
But the thing
and as a coach, if you handle that with a lack of class, if you don't have the capital built up with your players, you can't communicate with them like that. You feel what I'm saying? And when you operating with Antonio Brown from a perspective of you're one fuck up from being out of here, you can't treat him any kind of way like he one of the family because he not one of the fucking family. He the ugly fucking stepchild. He Harry Potter staying up under the fucking steps. He Luke Skywalker eating gruel and shit and having to grind to get his snaps up. You know what I'm saying? You make it clear he not a part of the family.
Yeah.
So you can't treat him and talk to him like you would your son.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Even Tom Brady had to pull him aside and talk to him about how he was talking to the media about him last year. You feel what I'm saying? So I can't question you of anything you saying about Bruce Arians, how he talk about his players and how he relate to accepting blame from a leader perspective, period. Tom Brady is the leader that made that team a Super Bowl team last year. I don't question that at all.
Right.
But once we're past that, I go to self-accountability. You know, I talked to you about, you know what I'm saying, all the introspection and things I do as far as trying to seek growth. And I told you I got to a place of peace with starting with, this is my fault. Because if it is my fault, then I can do something to change it. And then I go from there. Even if it's make sure I put myself in an environment where my leadership has better character. Don't take the first opportunity. Be willing to sit out another year if that's what it takes to get to a leader who values me beyond just what I could do on the field and is willing to throw me away the first chance he gets to blame me for any misgivings. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you still got to start with you. Walk your monk ass off the field with your uniform on. You don't have to toss your wife beater in the stands. You can't excuse it. You feel me? But I will shut the hell up and give you the last word on it.
I hear everything you're saying. Like his behavior, when we're talking about being mannerable, like obviously I hold being mannerable in high regard. The reason why I don't fault Antonio Brown is because I had there may be mental issues, whatever. It was a decision that he made. And I stand behind any man who make a decision, and he went with it. He threw that wife beater in the crowd. That was a souvenir for the fans. Like it looked like he was free. And if there's anything I can look at the NFL and say is that the employees are not free people, and they go where they're told to go, they do what they're told to do because they get paid a large sum to play a child's game, is what people call it. But that shit is a man's game. It is a person's game who is going like that is a gladiator sport, and people die from it. And so don't call it a child's game when people out here killing themselves and other people behind this shit. And somebody who decided you don't value me as highly as I feel I'm valued, if I should be valued, I'm leaving on my terms. I don't have a problem with that. Whatever I have against what he did personally, I can cast that aside to say a man made a choice. Nobody else influenced him to do that shit. Nobody else pushed him to do it. He received information and he acted in kind. And I respect anybody who is willing to do it. Takes some stones to do that, or a level of I fucked everything for him to do what he did. And it's unprecedented. Nobody in the history of the NFL that I can think of ever made an exit like that. And so in that regard, I respect, like, it's however many motherfuckers it is in the Hall of Fame. It's only going to be one Antonio Brown. And the thing is, like, people vote, like you said, you tell me this more than anybody that I know, is that awards are not for the recipient. It's for the motherfuckers voting on the people who giving out the awards, bro, to say, I put you in this hall. And so all you doing as a person who, there's so many people who deserve to be in it that ain't in there, and they waiting on these people who have power in the wrong hands is the most dangerous thing in the world. Somebody who's a writer, who's never played the game a day in their life, is voting on these men who went and women who go out here and play this gladiator sport. And I say women because women, I'm sure, are capable of it. We just don't give them the market to do what these guys do. But I don't agree with the manners involved in the decorum and being a professional. I do agree with he made a choice. He stood by that shit. And there was no doubt about Antonio Brown said, I'm out. And if he never get back in the league, like you said, he got to live in that body for the rest of his life. You've gone to a game like I'm gonna give it my best today. I'm gonna give it a go today. And then you got out there and it's like, because a game is completely different than practice. And so, yeah, man, like he showed his ass, but I am a part of me, man, like I ain't even gonna front. A part of me is like, well done, man. Show these motherfuckers like you stood in your principles, whatever the hell they are, you stood on them and you made a decision. Maybe you were more remorseful afterwards, which I probably will be. A meal in the bank is a meal in the bank. This ain't basketball. You ain't getting 20 of them hoes a year. But I bet he was like, man, I'm probably only going to see about 400,000 of that million, man. Fuck that shit. Taxes going to eat that up. My team going to eat that up. I'm going to see about 400,000.
Not to cut you off, my G. But we got to keep this thing sliding on into the next segment, man. And as you talk about the things that may have motivated Antonio Brown actions, I got some theories of my own. You feel what I'm saying? We got people who talked about taking shots at Hennessy before the game and things of that nature. Who knows, man? He in Florida where that medicinal is illegal. He may have been.
South Alabama road, California smoke. Family love it when I come home. Nigga hang got fest, got 10 of a roll. Got high, got a reservation dinner for four. Cousin got me so high that I spilled on my clothes. In Denver getting pissed cause the dispensary closed. Hold up. Ask me where I go to get fresh air. Carolina where I go to test limits. Where I found that a threesome just take a look and Vincent drinking blue motorcycles with a light dick for higher $40 glass of wine, student loans in default. Made some mistakes and then making some art. I got two bouncing on me, couldn't tell them apart. Sliding down I-10 with a brick in the car. Down west I'm smelling like a house in a Jeep. Final four just the Musa and me. When I'm high, when I'm high, when I'm high, I stare at clouds passing by. When I'm high,
orange marijuana joint, kush or a pen. I just gave her heaven, I'ma live a life of sin. Don't it look good on me? Damn, coming back for nothing, whipping, trying to cook us on. It's levels to this shit. It's layers to this whip. With the years I don't put on it, bitch, it's only right I ice the wrist. Jumping off the cliff, right hand spiked us and the pyramid. Sliding through the east side 6, melanated, got his wit. No, I don't deserve a shit, but I'm lit though. Hey, get head good for the stress though. Hey, all shouted ass, it was net, babe. Hey, she told me that I never have a next, babe. Hey, with all that ass, she sliding in that dread, ayy. She might be right. Keep a nigga fed, dread braided to the back, swag on the tag. Shawty say she love me, but I cannot get attached. I'm a savage from the east side, bitch, you know that we high. Live show been crazy since we opened up a C-High. Better yet the mountaintop, raw than the gasoline, I dropped inside my soda pop. Yeah, I'm finna go up, damn, I've been colder than a polar since I hopped up out that stroller. Blowing on the mustard seed, sweaty lunker, move a boulder. Don't talk to me about fate, don't talk to me about great. Jolly Rancher tongue purple, bitch, you know I'm on that drink. Bitch, you know I'm at the bank. Bitch, you know I count money trying to build something they can never come and take from it. Seen empires fall, wrong one built in the day. How long it take to set a blaze? They don't never say a thing. Bitch, we bout to make it happen. Bitch, you looking at the captain. Bitch, I'm strapped about that action. Bitch, you know I got the passion, fan waiting on me to make it. Dealing with all the pressure, only time that I can take it.
Who, what, when, where, or why. When I'm high, when I'm high, when I'm high, I stare at clouds passing by. When I'm high, I can fly. I know better, but it seems I can fly.
Hey,
what it do, P? I toss it to you again, man. Talk your shit, man. The only thing I say is, the reason we start off the year interjecting that When I'm High lyric video into your vacation countdown to V-Day is because at the beginning, man, that right there is like the beginning of a new phase of production, because I sampled a production that was inspired by interlude that P sang into existence during that special moment that we talked to y'all about. Go back. What episode was that, P? 36?
Ooh.
It was 35, episode 35. We'll put it in the show notes which one to go back and check. But yeah, man, I toss it to you, P, as the architect of When I'm High from a melodic standpoint. I produced the original and the remix, but man, that song is you through and through, and me creating meditation and then bounce around it. So talk about the turn up, G.
Yeah, man. That shit was, I remember the most memorable part about this song, I got two memories that really stick out, is I think it might have been it was this version, because we was at Ma Dude's crib and I was like just dog tired. And I think it might have been like 3-4 in the morning, something crazy. And he's like, bro, I need like just one more take on it. I think that might have been the original version. The original version, I think, is 2013. And if I'm not mistaken, that the original version, yeah, is like the version where, so we almost 10 years into that song even being, that song almost a decade old. The original version is. Because I think the
hook, the same audio. I just digitally remastered it. You feel what I'm saying? The only thing that was added was the beat and the instrumentation elements, because there were no drums, no clap, no anything to the original. So we added the instrumentation and then them bars. You feel me?
Yeah. And I remember the show that we did at 40 Ounce Poe that he held in Atlanta, and that was like our first performance.
That's out the 40.
Yeah, that was I think that was our first performance as a duo.
I think it was.
Yeah.
Straight up.
So that's why that was the first joint. That was the first song that we did, was When I'm High. And I remember sitting on that stage, because I sat on a stool to open that guy up. And yeah, man. So it's been like a surreal journey. Getting from
finish that. You turned that up because you planned that performance. My nigga P started that thing on a stool and I was standing in the crowd. My guy started and he killed that whole verse sitting down, and then he got up when that bass hit on that When I'm High, and I just kind of started floating up toward the stage, and niggas was like, man, what the fuck this nigga doing? I don't give a fuck if it's an open mic, if it's whatever type of show, we treating that bitch like we performing for a stadium. It's gonna be theatrical and everything. We've been doing that shit since Sewanee, cuz.
Yeah. And that's the thing about it, is like, it's a lot in live shows. I've seen some people who are mainstream artists, and I went to their live show. One in particular, like, just legit popped into my mind at the House of Blues here in Houston. And the artist got some great songs, but the live show was just ass. It was a cat standing on stage with like very little energy. And it was one song in particular that I went to go hear, and he did it, and it didn't have the right, like, it didn't have that oomph that I expected it to have, because it's a transcendent song. Like, the song is transcendent, and I didn't get the performance didn't match the words, man, and so I was super disappointed. And when we talking about like doing this live show shit, and like these are stories. Like, this is, for me personally, like, this is autobiographical. And
he said that shit like I'm over here just lying like a motherfucker to y'all. That's funny. He said, I don't know about that nigga, but me, myself personally.
Now, you say things that I'm definitely not trying to incriminate you. Like, well, on your podcast episode number 38, my brother. You
appreciate you, G. My brother. I ain't even realized that. Yeah. Episode 39, you don't need to turn into 12. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So my shit is autobiographical. the things that I'm telling you are from experience and like telling stories and finding a way to how to mesh.
Auto, when you write it about yourself, I thought it.
Autobiography is when you
Okay.
write it yourself. Yeah.
Okay.
Biography is when somebody else do it for you.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When somebody signs that thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, we gonna go for that right on moving forward into something that we here at Give Me Some Headlines like to call Eerie. Give me some TV here, you talking about. And on this week's Give Me Some TV, we actually watched the same movie, man. Yeah, it is a doozy. A doozer, a deezy, a doozer, and a deezy. You feel what I'm talking about? But yeah, man. It is up in the hold up. I'm about to tell y'all the wrong name. I keep calling it Up in the Air, which is a dope ass George Clooney movie with Anna Kendrick, which is fire. That nigga play a dude who worked for a company that handles. Ooh, this shit hit too close to home. I ain't even gonna describe that movie. You seen that shit?
Yeah.
You know exactly why I don't even want to speak about it now, right?
Yeah.
Because of what he do. Yeah, fuck that movie. The name of the actual movie we talk about is called Don't Look Up, and I'm gonna give y'all the brief synopsis. 2 low-level astronomers must go on a giant meteor tour to warn mankind of an approaching comet that will destroy planet Earth. And I'll just leave it at that blurb. I'm the big movie guy. So in these GSTVs where we watch the same joint and we gonna review them, we gonna give y'all a little bit of City and Peebert, a little Siskel and Peebert. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm gonna toss it to my guy, Quinn with the pen, Quinn with the thin, the skinny nigga in the crew, and I'll be Peebert. Let me go get my spectacles for my part of the segment. Talk your shit, P. How did you experience this movie? You feel what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'm gonna give you my quick Robert Ebert, you know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Siskel. Irreverent, honest, vulnerably funny, and relatable. Armageddon from the nerd's perspective. Jennifer Lawrence is awesome. I think it was Will Smith who I first heard say acting is living truthfully in imaginary moments. And J. Law does this flawlessly and has throughout her career. Whatever they were up to while Bruce Willis was sliding toward that rock, I think we got a glimpse into the hourglass. And on that note, I toss it to you.
Yeah, that shit was great. It was way too relatable, and it's something that you can definitely see happen in this world. Like a lot of tropes play out that we currently see. Like maybe it's not a one-to-one parallel as far as like the event, but I think that it pokes a lot of satirical fun at who we are as a human race, and like what like the whistleblowers and like the people who are here for our benefit can continuously tell you something, but you're gonna have like people with their other motives. And so it was
100%. Can I, on the note that you say that, may I interrupt?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I ruin the movie for the audience without giving them a spoiler?
Go ahead.
I thought this movie was going to be about a rock headed toward the earth. And midway through the movie, it became about the characters in the film. You agree with that?
It revealed the problem so quickly. I was like, man, this is because you learn about the problem very quickly. Like, this is the issue. I'm like, damn, how they gonna spend? And they're gonna spend 2 hours or some change. Like, you already know the problem. Like, And then they tell you the problem, but then it's about the
imagine if Titanic started with the boat sinking.
Right. What you gonna do with the rest of these 4 hours?
That shit was 4 hours.
Like, if the boat sank early, because I feel like once you know the problem in this movie, you like, how they gonna solve the problem? But it's not even how they gonna solve the problem, because they had the answer to the problem the entire time.
Oh, no spoilers, because we didn't say spoiler alert.
Oh.
Check that film out. It's on Netflix, by the way. Shouts out to Netflix.
It's a good one, man. It made me, it kind of depressed me, but it brought me a level of peace. And that I'm like, man, you can try. It's like Jesus, the Sermon on the Mount. Jesus didn't come for the people who were going to mock. Jesus didn't come for the people who were going to laugh. He didn't come for the people who were going to criticize. Jesus came for the believers. So whatever your message is, find your believers and find a solution to the problem, because you will have everybody outside who does not. Yeah. And I'm glad they picked the title that they picked, because they could have picked it's a great movie. And after we give the audience ample time to watch it, I think I want to touch back on this, because this is one you can watch over and over again. And like, you can pick out so many little like nuances in that shit that are parallels in like the world we have today.
And I deliberately left a lot of time in the show so we could go back and forth on it. Let me jump in and do my little pre-spiel to get some of your thoughts on some things that I was picking up that I think they was putting down.
Go ahead.
The presidential staff. Also, one thing I want to point out, this is a film by Adam McKay, someone whose films I fell in love with through not apocalyptic pieces that were statement pieces about humanity and introspective look at human nature and how we would handle catastrophic events like maybe what we're dealing with the pandemic. When you understand, I fell in love with this man movies through movies like, hold up now, I'm going to pull it up for you. You understand me? I'm going to hit you with the Laudables. Motherfucking Talladega Nights. You hear me? Anchorman 2. You feel what I'm saying? This is Will fucking Ferrell running partner. You understand what I'm saying? Step Brothers. The last time we as a country were getting great fucking comedies, they were all birthed from a family of films Adam McKay gave us. Then you get Justin Long peeking off and doing a little bit. Then you get Ant-Man Monkey going off and building up his shit with the Canadian crew. And James Franco get popping. Seth Rogen get popping. All that come from the Adam McKay family of stuff that then got popping through Funny or Die. So there are so many satirical elements inlaid through this movie. And did you get what he was doing with the presidential cabinet is pretty much what I'm asking.
Did I get what Adam
the
McKay
running joke throughout the movie? Cause my boy, as we talk about him, and shouts out to my dog from Superbad,
Jonah,
who loves fucking Leo, and their chemistry in movies is hilarious. And for him to do a whole film where he's the cool one and Leo's a fucking dupe, a fucking nerd, you know what I'm saying? That was wildly enjoyable. But I'll just be direct and, you know, spoiler alert. Let me screenshot that. He keeps making overt sexual comments about how sexy Madam President is.
Yeah.
He was flipping the Donald Trump overt sexual comments about his daughter. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and I picked up on that very early, and I was like, oh shit, he finna do this the whole fucking movie. And that shit went, you're
And the climax of the movie, I think, is him going, is that the punchline to the joke? Because you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he keep talking about how sexy she is, and I'm like, nigga, is that what Mama Mara behind that? You feel what I'm saying? Let me go back and watch Death Becomes Her with her and old Goldie Hawn. You know what I'm talking about? Go back and watch that movie again, make sure I seen it correctly. You feel me? But I tossed that to you. Did you get some of the satirical elements, and what did you pick up on that I may have missed?
The relationship between the two pop stars, or the DJ and the pop star, and like how they had the concert where they was actually talking about what the hell was going on as it was happening. People like in the crowd just vibing and shit, like, nigga, we all gonna die. And everybody just, and I'm like, bro, like, it's hilarious. And like people look, and it was like
had a very hey y'all feel to it. You feel what I'm saying?
The common sense of,
but y'all don't hear me. Y'all just want to dance. Oh hey y'all. Then what makes love the exception? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That is not a song you dance to. City High. What would you do if your son was at home? It had that feel to it, for real.
Yeah.
I like that. And to be honest with you, I hate music in movies. I hate musicals. I skipped a lot of that. You love musicals?
I love musicals.
Did you watch Sweeney Todd?
Oh, nah. I ain't never heard of that. I heard of it. I haven't seen it.
It's a Johnny Depp joint. I said, fuck it. I watched every like little piece I could find that didn't have singing. Look wildly interesting. If you love them, I say we review it.
Sweeney Todd.
Because Johnny Depp are fucking like, it's a cold ass movie. It's Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. It's interesting as fuck. I can tell you that. It's got Helen Bonham Carter in that motherfucker, Shorty from Fight Club. It's enchanting visually too.
But see, that's the thing that I plan. Like I envision us making musicals, like as rappers. Like that's what I envision us doing, and then we just make them wildly cooler than what they are in. Culture.
You know, I co-write them and shit and produce them. You know what I'm saying? And then you can get your Hamilton on, but I'm not on. And you know what? I might not hate being in them. I just ain't gonna watch it.
What do you see as a musical? Like, what about musicals do you not like? I
think of Carmen with Beyonce and Mos Def. That was weak as fuck. I think about Grease, and Grease was fire as fuck, minus the singing, except for the final song was fire as fuck. You feel me? And this is what's confusing. You can tell you what I love: dance movies. I will watch a bad fucking movie that got 5 to 7 dance scenes in it. But I hate a good fucking movie that got 5 to 7 songs in it. Fucking hate it.
Stomp the Yard, You Got Served.
Love Stomp the Yard. You Got Served's a classic. Fuck you talking about. It was a big thing to hit the internet the other day. Her Little Saint still alive.
My man's was in.
He watched Magic Mike. PC and Magic Mike. He wanted the whole double XL. What? Players Club.
Channing Tatum is in these joints, but he like ballet. He like the outcast guy at the ballet school with the girl.
You said You Got Served already, right?
Yeah,
you said Save the Last Dance.
Step Up.
Yeah, it would be. I was walking through them. That was gonna be the day.
Save the Last Dance, great too. The actual dance was his ass.
That's what I was just about to say. It's actually not. The movie is enjoyable as fuck to watch. I say that to the day I go. It is a good, enjoyable movie to watch, but not for the right reasons.
Yeah.
Even down to how awkward it is for it to be an oddball relationship of a black guy and a white girl, and they get the most melt-to-toast black dude they could find. You feel me? And y'all like how I said that PC. Look that up. Y'all ain't gonna get me for calling a nigga a cornball, brother. You feel me? RG kneecap. Hey, yeah. But P, can I do you a favor?
Give me some headlines.
Yes, sir. I can do that. Here is the age when many Americans hope to retire. Schumer vows Senate rules change vote. Oh, excuse me. Schumer vows Senate rules change vote by January. What the fuck? Okay, Schumer vows Senate rules change vote by January 17th if GOP blocks voting rights. Yeah, that's what it says. Schumer vows Senate rules change vote by January 17th if GOP blocks voting rights. I promise the article is written better than that. That's by the Hill. And the last headline is, I'll give you two. Omicron cases are hitting highs, but new data puts end in sight. And that's by Bloomberg. The last story is by The Guardian. Prince Andrew accuser, Virginia Giuffre, legal deal with Jeffrey Epstein released. And that's by The Guardian.
I don't want to come up missing, so I'm not going to talk about the royal family.
Good choice. I read the headline. It's by The Guardian. It's by The Guardian. Prince Andrew accuser, Virginia Giuffre, legal deal with Jeffrey Epstein released. That article will not be posted in the show notes, but it is by The Guardian.
Yeah, we not shared that. This might get us missing. We don't have them resources yet.
So give me some headlines, not sacrifice ourselves to get y'all the story.
Not sacrifice my head getting chopped off.
Yes.
What was that first story again?
Como se dice decapito? Here's the age when many Americans hope to retire.
Let's do that one. I figured.
And he said, "Yeah, let's get as far away." He said, "That's the last one. What's the first story?" I got you, my G. The average. Oh, this story is by CNBC. Here's the age when many Americans hope to retire. The average age at which Americans hope to stop working is 62, but exactly when people hope to stop working varies by generation. Working longer has certain advantages, particularly with regard to Social Security and Medicare. Many workers look forward to the day when they can retire. A recent survey from investment managers set out to find exactly when most Americans hope to stop working. I'm going to come back and try that at the end of the article. The average age is 62, the research found. I hate when an article just keep restating shit. Fuck the rest of this article. The shit is 62. Going back to that word I couldn't pronounce. Natixis? 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 Natixis?
Natixis.
Yeah, Natixis. Yeah.
Natixis sound better.
Yeah. I think they was trying to make it sound like statistics. That's why I went Natixis. You feel me? But moving the fuck on, CNBC, whoever wrote that article was trying to get their 500 words because obviously all y'all did was keep repeating. The study found out that the age is 62. If that was a tweet, it could have been 140 characters. And on that note, I toss it to you for your thoughts. Do better, CNBC. That's why we say the shit we say in the motherfucking bars. It is what it is. Bars. Check the intro.
Because I'm interested in hearing about retirement and the reason behind. I mean, people want to take their rest and because they tired of working for other people, but the idea of retirement for me, they always say, yeah, you do what you love. You'll never work a day in your life. I know that's some bullshit, but 62 is, yeah. I mean, at 62, I feel like you still fairly young, man. Like, honestly. But that's what the study shows, like folks who believe my age is a lot sooner than that. Like, if I can stop doing work that I don't want to do, like if I can stop doing shit that's creative for me is like going to be my work, and building things that are creative and building spaces for people that are creatives is like my work. So I don't think I'll ever stop doing that shit. But doing the shit that we doing like in the middle of the day, yeah, that shit can go ASAP. That shit can get the fuck up out of here. Like getting on this podcast and talking to y'all and going and finding the information and bringing it to you, making it easy.
Oh, we'll give y'all 2-3 episodes a week.
Once
this the profession. Y'all go ahead and subscribe to the Patreon. On that note,
go ahead.
Subscribe to the Patreon.
Subscribe to the Patreon. Yeah, you can find us at Give Me Some Headlines on Patreon. Go ahead and hit that subscribe. Look at all the wonderful things that we will be providing you with. Lots of value, lots of content. We will be knocking your ass in the head with it all year. It will be more than valuable for you to go and get that, because we about to hit you with some shit that's going to change your life.
If I could interject, my brother, that story was a plant, and I put them other ones around it for a reason. Because this segment is a GSH / what to expect from season 2. You understand me? And them niggas can shoot for 62 if they want to. Right. But I am currently 34. How old are you, P?
I'm 35.
You understand me? And we trying to retire at 34 and 35. And all of 2022 is about getting to retirement. And retirement for us is giving y'all this motherfucking art, giving y'all these conversations on wax, and providing a platform to other creators from television, from sitcoms. I'm talking about whatever form you create. We are trying to accumulate the resources to be a platform through which you can contact and communicate with the world. You understand me? That's the end game for these conversations on wax, and that's what retirement look like for y'all. So the rest of this segment, we're gonna be talking to y'all about what season 2 look like, and just having a show meeting kind of on camera and plotting and scheming, having the conversation on wax with the cow, you know what I mean, with the cow community. And I feel like my dog P know where to draw the boundaries and how we communicate, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. You understand me? So season 2, man, we got a lot of cool shit for y'all coming up, man. One of the biggest things that's happening in season 2 is what, P?
I'm looking in your face to try to make sure I don't say the wrong shit. You can bleep it out if I do. We're gonna be in the same place.
Here, I'm about to touch down. He talking about, yes, sir. Your boy about to move to H-Town, man. And we about to give y'all a whole new motherfucking slate of shit with the show. Yes, that's what I'm saying. From angles to shots to clarity. We got them 4K, 6K bitches coming up. We got interviews. We got street shit coming up. Talk to the people. P-Scheme with them. Let them know about the new segments coming up. Matter of fact, before you even run through the new ones, let's play categories with the current segments and see how many we both remember. Go ahead, man. What's all the different segments?
Oh, man. Conspiracy Brother. We got...
Hold up. We're going... Categories mean you say one, I say one, and the loser is the one who don't have one. Okay, so you went Conspiracy Brother. I go Tell Me Something Good.
Bet that. Rep Your City.
Color Commentary.
R4S.
Flight Deck.
GSH.
GST. Give me some timeline.
GSTV.
GSS. Give me some second line.
GSP, give me some pages.
Mass Debaters.
That's a great job. I thought I had you. CBS.
BST.
You already did GST.
I said BST.
Oh, he did BST. You know, we don't even know what. Yo, we've been trying to figure out what this segment is for about 6 months, bro. We wrote down some notes. We both wrote down the same thing, and neither one of us, we both wrote down the acronym thinking it was going to be the easiest thing to fucking remember. And
God,
what it is.
We have no idea. We work on so much stuff for the show and trying to be creative and innovative and make sure we have different structure and mechanisms to keep this shit fresh. We be, and this nigga say to me all the time, bro, can you do me a favor? Just like I asked him. Can I do you a favor? And I want the same answer every time. He want the same answer every time he asks me this shit. Can you please write that shit down?
Bro, I'm sitting here looking at BST right now. We forgot a couple. I'll shout them out. Chop session.
Oh, so you cheating?
No, I didn't cheat.
So you lose.
I flipped back. Yeah. Chop session, flight deck, devil's advocate, and not to cut you off.
And we really explain what each of them.
Oh my God.
I think it's bullshit sports topics, bro. It's the only thing I can think it could be.
I don't think that's it, because I feel like
it
once
probably
you
ain't.
say it,
It probably ain't.
It's gonna ring
probably
a bell.
ain't.
Yeah. Like when you say it, it's you saying bullshit sports topics. It don't have.
I'm just here to listen.
That's what it is.
That wasn't on your paper. I'm still beating you, cuz.
But yeah, bruh.
Keep it popping, bro. We got 20 minutes till this nigga pop in. I'm a screenshot there. We could cut this if we need to.
Like that's what is BST, man?
I knew that was gonna make you freeze, cuz. But yeah, other ideas we got, man. We got a few written pieces that we got that our editor in chief P is working on, and some of the things that you guys will be able to get on the Patreon that isn't available on the YouTube or not in some of the subscriber available for free, or if you already have Spotify and things like that, you can get it on Apple Podcasts for free as well. Deezer, Google Play. If it's a way media is distributed, you can catch us there. You feel what I'm saying? Go fuck with it. Yeah, I'm talking about. But I don't even remember where the fuck I was going. But yeah, one of the things you guys will be able to get on Patreon that we finna start releasing is we've been recording our studio sessions, and we're going to start giving you guys some edited down, chopped up studio sessions, and then previews of songs that we're going to be actually releasing commercially. So that's going to be one of the huge benefits of subscribing to the Patreon, as well as getting the Give Me Some Pages magazine. What the fuck is it? Newspaper? Magazine? What is it, P?
I guess newsletter.
Nah, it definitely ain't a fucking newsletter, because we ain't emailing nigga shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, just gonna
you just have access to Give Me Some Pages. It's a motherfucking whole ass website with all of our written pieces. It's gonna be poems, it's gonna be articles, it's gonna be motherfucking assignments that P have given out for all the people who enjoy pen dippings, as they call them. Quinn with the pen is going to be architecting a whole motherfucking library given to you by Quinn with the pen and your boy COD Decatur Boy Music, aka El Negro Mejor. Do you want to go through what some of them Spanish nicknames meant? Because I think that'd be a good time.
Yeah. Did you call yourself big nigga, big black nigga? What?
El Negro Mejor mean the best black.
Okay.
Because you know how they be like, you know how racist white folk be like, when they bringing a nigga to a function with some racist white folks, they're like, nah, he not one of them type of nigga. He one of the good ones. I'm the best. I ain't invited to the cookout. I'm invited to tea with the queen is essentially what I'm saying when I say El Negro Mejor. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a very asshole thing to communicate.
I definitely plan on spending more time.
Give me a Spanish nickname. Don't get off topic. Let me run through these. What was one of your nicknames?
Quinn con la bolígrafo.
Bolígrafo.
Y la lentes. So Quinn with the pen and with the lens. Lens is lentes in Spanish.
I'm gonna definitely call you big homie bolígrafo. That's that guy. I fucks with that. Papi Grande. You already know what that shit mean. Big Papi, fuck you talking about. I love that one. I'm Papi Grande for real. Go ahead, give me another one, cuz.
I had, hold on. Let me pull it up. I did Trot de Honrones.
What is that?
Home run trot.
Oh, say home run again.
Honrones. Jon. Yeah, Jonrones.
Chico Musica de Cater, you already know what that is. COD Medical, that shit fire. How you feel about that one?
Yeah. I had that one written down. I got P. Henry Trotter in Cuarto. It was P. Henry Trotter the fourth.
Cuarto, I like this shit. El Noche Negra, the Black Knight. El Noche Negra, I like that.
I called you a caballero y un erudito, which is a scholar and a gentleman.
Sounded like an insult. Say that again.
Eres un caballero y un erudito.
Oh, that's fire. I fuck with that. Yeah. It sounded like an insult. At first I was like, I'm a what, you motherfucker? Pesadilla Producción, Nightmare Productions. Y'all already know. Shouts out to my high school beat tag.
I thought you said quesadilla.
I know the face you made. I was like, he don't know what pesadilla is or pesadilla. El agua. You know what I'm saying? The water. That drip. El agua. You already know. I'm sticking with that one. That one, I'm using that in English circles. You know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna put that. I might tag El agua.
El agua.
The most destructive force on the planet. H2O. Fuck you time at.
Yeah, I called you Ciudad El Médico. City the doctor.
Nah, I should have wrote that one down. See your dad ain't nowhere on my shit. I started to put El Alamo on my shit because I want these motherfuckers to remember your boy. Here you talking about.
El Alamo, remember me.
Somebody to drop in this thing, but we gonna keep this thing pushing, man. P, can you do me a favor?
You must be alive.
Tell me something good, bro.
A walking, breathing, blessing
I'm not this vessel. We connect me with my higher self. Liquor with the devil. It's like my soul stone. My God and like my.
So you know how we had to start off this season too, man. Too much collaboration has been going on between this show and another show. Too much support has been going on behind the camera. I don't know if folks know how much we rock with each other, but we are coming at y'all, and we not stopping with the sequencing, y'all. This is just season 2. Now it is episode 39. This is not season 1, season 2, episode 1. We're going to keep this thing going, and we're going to run the numbers up. But something good that is coming to you guys is out of necessity. A great friend of mine from back in the Hope which you see the backdrop behind me, old oak tree with the Spanish moss hanging off of it on the bay, sun kissing the water, one of my favorite scenes. I got to grow up in this aesthetic with a great friend of mine, man. And he goes by the name of @CoolAthletics on your social media platforms. You can catch him on Twitter. You can catch him on IG. That's mostly where you're going to catch the family at. But our fam is an occupational therapist hailing from the Hope, living in the City of Angels. In season 2 of his show, Cool Athletics, where my dog is bringing you. So we both grew up playing the sports that were handed to us by generation, which are basketball, our first love, then football. And we galvanized around that, which is a lot of where my brotherhood comes from. But we both have found these sports that we didn't have access to when we were younger, or that we didn't know much about, that nobody, you couldn't do the sport that he's into back at home because we just didn't have, we didn't have what it took to throw you in the water with a surfboard and you surf. My dog is heavy in the surf game, heavy in the aquatic sports. And so he is bringing occupational therapy.
How long you been in a surf game, cuz? Shit, I've been putting in work, you know what I'm saying? Working my moves, nigga.
Cuz, like, yeah, we really about to
He
bring
said that
crazy.
nigga heavy in the surf game, like he was moving the heavy motherfucking wax or something. Like he had all the coldest boards on the goddamn north coast of goddamn.
He moving weight in the surf game. He moving weight in the surf game, and it's a book that he introduced me to, man. And I want to grab it. I haven't had.
Shouts out. Let me go ahead and speak a blessing into existence for my G, man. My dog about to be the Black Rob Deerday, but for surfing. Fuck you, talking about. My nigga about to have branding all over the place. You about to see that Cool Athletics area where I'm telling you something good and I'm predicting the future. Here you talking about. You heard it here first, nigga. Predict the pro.
Yeah. Black folks about to take over surfing, and black folks about to take over the game of golf because we coming for this shit. The game that we fuck with is that golf, and we finna take that thing to the next level. They don't even know what it is. When we throw the footy on here and we go black golf commentators on actual golf tournament footy, we finna make these tourneys fun. We're gonna get our own network for real when they see how we get down on this thing, man. But yeah,
straight
man,
up.
Something good.
They gonna contract us to simulcast with them bitches. You gonna be able to watch these golf things on YouTube with us talking our shit on that bitch.
But something good. Cool Athletics coming to you. Season 2. Dropping soon. My G. But yeah, man, the family is he is on his way, we on our way, and we are artists, creators, collaborators, and we about to do some incredible things, man, in this in these new seasons that we have in our respective platforms, man. But I'll let you talk a little bit about your relationship because you and the family have started to build like your own relationship outside of it. It's really cool when you can be kind of the conduit between people and then they like go and do like their own thing and it don't need you. So I'll let you talk about how he's come into your consciousness and helped you as a creator to do some different things that you I just keep it short, sweet, and to the point, man. I speak through my art, you feel what I'm saying, both positively and negatively, you feel what I'm saying? And I started the Consume Bruh podcast and the different things he's doing through YouTube, and I just fuck with Bruh movement. I feel like I've always been taught and of the mindset that
light only allows for the world to see you better. So it is better for you to shine your light as bright as possible. You don't dim your light to make other people feel more comfortable. You shine your light as bright as possible, and it provides opportunities for others, whether it's playing football. I never be mad that my brother shining, because when the scouts come to see him, guess who's going to be on the field busting nigga heads? You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Let your light shine as bright as possible, cuz score all them motherfucking touchdowns. Cause they gonna need somebody to block at their university too. You feel what I'm saying? Fuck you talking about. Shine, my brother, shine. We all finna shine. Hey, you talking about. So in that light of wanting my brother to shine, I just showed a little bit of love through the art. And I share my screen and show how I showed love to season 2. You know, I produced, recorded, and edited our intro. And you might get a little update for season 2. I don't want y'all to 50 Cent me with how y'all did that nigga with with how he did that power intro. But I went ahead and created a little intro for my OG, because I noticed that was something that wasn't a part of the different things I was consuming. So I made him an instrumental version. I made OG a vocal version and everything. And what I'm about to share is a little video version that I made him. Cool?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just 45 seconds, a little intro.
I serve, now I me swaggin', hold up, hey, I swag, I serve, now I me swaggin', cool ass lady swag, and sir, cool ass lady, cool ass lady,
Bitch, I'm off that Doty, I'm Brody, fuck it, I'm brown with the stogie. Kobe clutching the trophy, MJ before he got goated. Clay on the boat of the floaty, destined for greatness, I know it. Shaq on the way to the Lakers, I just can't stop making paper. Shout out to all of my haters, dripping in flavor. Get a taste, better savor. Won't fuck that bitch, sign the waiver. Won't smoke his Garcia Vega. Robert Kelly, but Slater. Zach Morris with bitches. 90s kid in the kitchen, let's get it. Like California,
Hey, you feel me? Little ditty about, you know what I'm saying?
Bare feet on water, controlling this board and staying on that shit, right? Like literally riding waves.
Confidently, bro. It's insanity.
Like it's a cat that was up under that tunnel of water, and just like it was nothing to him. You know how much I be like, this cat's reaching up with their hands and touching like the top of the man. I'd be freaking out, bruh. Like the water finna fall on me.
Like the fact that water does that is mind blowing in and of itself. The fact that nigga saw water doing that and said, I want to be in there, is crazy as fuck to me. You know what?
And then
I see what you're doing, ocean, and I raise you. What the fuck?
Like, and that's the thing. Like, what? How many
challenge the ocean? Like, it's just like jumping on a lion back. That shit could kill you. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
You gonna go play with the ocean, OG? That's what you got planned for your Saturday?
Them niggas is more painful.
Hey, they daredevils in their own right, man. They just not jumping off of ramps with a motorcycle. But I look at somebody who jump out there on that surfboard, like, because I'm a po-feed, I look at them like a brethren, but Evil Knievel in the same, right? You feel what I'm saying? They the homie who be backflipping on the playground, but they adults.
Yeah, they them cats. They the cat who do the backflip off the wall at the cafeteria during lunch. He's like, why he doing that? Because he crazy.
He crazy. You know what I'm talking about?
He in that slow class.
Yeah, man. That's what's good, man. Our brother out there dreaming, finding new dreams, new horizons, and new things to learn, new things to conquer. They say he who stops learning is already dead. You feel what I'm saying? So for cool athletics to be finding new sports is for him to be trying to keep his vessel alive in a new way and in a whole new engaging fashion. And I got a lot of respect for that. And beyond that element of it, Journey, like the best athletes and shit, always the cool crowd going through school and shit. And so much a part of what he's communicating through his platform contrasts that element of approaching and that way of thinking. But it's some cool ass shit for the basketball player with his jersey retired and this, that, and the other. We getting old, niggas is choosing shit like golf. Be like, yeah, I can't do all that jumping up. I could still lift, but I ain't trying to land. That's how we talk when we talk about hooping and shit. And my niggas saying, fuck it, bro, I'm gonna get out here and start surfing. What? Nigga, I'm switching to a sport I can drink while I do it. You feel what I'm saying? That's what my head at. I'm trying to drink while I compete. You feel me? I just admire that shit. That shit cold as fuck though.
Yeah, no, definitely. I want to get out there, but I mean, we know my first hurdle.
That water.
I'm putting a board in the water.
Hey, I already got that shit planned, man. I've been looking for places in Houston that got them indoor surfing spots. We finna go out there and learn how to do that shit, bro. We finna get geeked on that shit, bro. And then we go out there and figure out the real ocean ain't nothing like that shit.
Man, I'm finna go out there. I'm gonna come out there with that drone and get the aerial footage of y'all out there. Somebody gotta shoot it. Somebody,
man, fuck that shit, man. Once we get the ranch, we just gonna put a lab out there and start tinkering. We got to come out with a life vest that got fans or something in it. So if a nigga fall, he could just goddamn get back to the coast. Had that bitch with a compass in the back and everything. So that shit just point to whatever the coast is. You got to calibrate it before you get out on the water. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we'll figure that shit out.
I went surfing before, did I?
Nah, I need that story. Tell me something good, because I know this shit funny.
I went to Charleston, South Carolina, man, to a Wiz Khalifa concert, bro. And I got a homegirl. I forgot the name of the beach. Folly Beach. That's the name of the beach. It was Folly Beach in Charleston, South Carolina. And a homegirl took me out there, man. And I didn't know what I was doing. And the waves was like, compared to what you just saw, like they was baby waves. And I tried to stand up 3 times. And like the 3 times I tried to stand up, I fell in like 5-6 foot water, because I'm about 6 feet. And so like when I fell in the water, my feet, like when I hit the water, didn't immediately touch solid ground. Oh man, that was the end of my day. I bust my ass in that water. And they's like, but you better be lucky it wasn't shallow water. I was like, nah, I'd have rather broke my bones in 3 feet water than hit that 6 feet and not feel the bottom immediately, bro. Cause yeah. So they gave me my little board and I just waded out there, like laid on it on my stomach, made sure I stayed gripped tight to that motherfucker, bro. But
why you just put the little ankle shit on where you was connected to the board?
That scared me even more, bro. Now I'm connected to this damn ankle. Nah, I'm good.
That's where they can find you if you do get weeble wobble. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's like the little bomber joint on the keychain. If you drop it in water,
that's what I imagine is the purpose. Otherwise, why the fuck is that there? Because it ain't buoyant. Like if you get undertow, that shit just coming with you, right? It ain't pulling you back up.
I don't think them boards. Yeah, them boards is like
they float, but them bitches ain't buoys. You know what I mean?
Still wood. I think they wood. Are they wood or they like plastic now? Like I'm sure they like fiberglass or something. I'm sure the technology for